Hundreds of pro-Palestinian protesters gathered around Rockefeller Center on Wednesday, clashing with NYPD officers and chanting slogans in an attempt to disrupt the annual tree lighting ceremony in support of Gaza. The ralliers, waving Palestinian flags and holding signs calling for an end to genocide, congregated along 6th Avenue alongside tourists waiting to witness the iconic event. Due to the large crowd, the protesters were unable to reach the NYC Christmas tree and instead surrounded the tree outside the News Corp building, which has previously been targeted by pro-Palestinian demonstrators. Chants of "Free, Free Palestine" filled the air as the protesters expressed their support for the cause. During the protest, one individual climbed on top of the building's address pillar, while another carried a sign bearing a swastika, comparing the Israel Defense Forces to German Nazis. The NYPD officers continuously pushed back the crowds, who retaliated by calling the police King Nazis. The protesters also attempted to knock down the barricades set up by the police to separate them from the spectators. In anticipation of the planned protest, the NYPD had ordered a high-security presence, emphasizing the need for increased vigilance during this year's Christmas tree lighting ceremony. The pro-Palestinian organizers had announced their intentions to disrupt the festivities earlier in the week, as the celebration coincided with the UN-recognized International Day of Solidarity with the Palestinian people. Additional NYPD units were called to the scene, and law enforcement sources reported that officers were being attacked. Some officers expressed frustration, stating that they had lost control of the street and had been subjected to physical assault. Several protesters were taken into custody, although it remains unclear whether they were charged. Despite the disruption caused by the protest, thousands of tourists remained determined to enjoy the holiday tradition. Some expressed annoyance and frustration at the demonstrators, while others emphasized that politics had no place at such an event. The Christmas tree lighting ceremony proceeded as planned, with Kelly Clarkson hosting and performing, and other celebrities such as Keke Palmer, Barry Manilow, and Cher making appearances. The rowdy protest eventually dissipated, transitioning into a march through Manhattan towards Times Square, where the demonstrators shouted, "Shut it down." Despite their efforts, the 91st annual ceremony concluded without any major issues.